joined now by retired LAPD Police Sergeant Cheryl Dorsey for more perspective on this. Sergeant Dorsey, it's so good to see you. So what does that tell you, that police did not say anything about a gunman, a suspect, anyone at large, an arrest? That's a little perplexing.
You know, there are 18,000 police departments, Fred, across these United States. And when people think of police departments, you think large numbers. And I don't know the size of this agency, surely. I would imagine that they're probably a little overwhelmed right now. These are not the kinds of things that most departments, especially small departments, are accustomed to handling. And perhaps that's why we hear so little by way of press conference with regards to, is there a suspect? Are y'all looking for him? I mean, it sounds like maybe from what they've said that the suspect is someone known to this group. It seems to me that this event was very specific in terms of its target. I often say that, if family members, friends hear something, know something, somebody says a thing, you should report it, because perhaps we'll find out later on that somebody who was there in attendance had angst with somebody who was there in attendance.
Dadeville, this town, as far as we know, we don't know the number of people at the agency, the police agency you're mentioning, but we do know that the population is that of about 3,000 people. So it is small. What might be some of the challenges for law enforcement to try to get a handle of this and get to the bottom of how this happened, why, and who is responsible?
Well, the problem would be not knowing what to do. If you've never handled something like this before and you don't have the wherewithal, the knowledge base, experts on your department who know how to deal with this on scene, who know how to properly interview witnesses to get information that might be helpful and germane to their investigation and apprehending the suspect. And so my hope is that instead of thoughts and prayers, I appreciate that, but they will reach out to an agency that can provide them with the expertise and the skills and the resources that they need to actually solve this crime.
Mm-hmm. And perhaps this speaks to the proximity to any particular field offices, but ATF and FBI were present at the police news conference. What does that indicate to you?
And so perhaps they'll lend a hand and will be a participant in what goes forward. And I'm also troubled and bothered by, this is almost starting to be a daily occurrence with these mass shootings. Folks don't seem to have an appetite to do anything about real substantive gun reform. I heard just earlier today a governor over in Atlanta, Georgia, talking about not wanting to address the red flag laws that are necessary to help people identify folks who shouldn't be in possession of a gun. And so if they don't have an appetite to do anything about these people who have guns and shouldn't have them, if there's no deterrence, then we're going to continue to have this happen, sadly, again and again.
Mm-hmm. All right, Sergeant Cheryl Dorsey, always great to see you, sadly, under circumstances like this. Thank you so much.
Thank you.